A king, the most powerful ruler in the Kingdom of Ilorinya, had just fallen to one knee before a blind woodcarver. The royal marriage came to an abrupt halt. Chiefs stood frozen. The royal guards could not believe their eyes. Even the bride was left speechless. No one understood why the mighty king would bow before a man everyone believed was ordinary. But hidden behind that carved wooden staff was a secret that would change the kingdom forever. Before we continue, if you love powerful African folk tales filled with mystery, emotional twists, and unforgettable life lessons, then you are in the right place. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support encourages us to bring you more inspiring African stories every week. Now, let's go back to where it all began. 3 days earlier, far away from the magnificent royal palace, on the peaceful outskirts of the Kingdom of Ilorinya, lived a young woman named Amina. She was admired across the kingdom for her extraordinary beauty. Yet, despite her beauty, her heart remained humble. Every morning before sunrise, she helped her parents with the little they had left. Unknown to the smiling villagers around her, her family was quietly fighting a battle they could no longer win. Years of failed harvests had left Bala, Amina's father, drowning in debt. The once fertile farm that fed the family had become dry and unproductive. Every new day brought fresh worries, yet Bala never allowed his daughter to carry the weight of his burden. He smiled whenever she looked at him, even when his heart was breaking. News of Amina's beauty had spread across the kingdom. Wealthy merchants, brave warriors, and even the sons of respected chiefs came hoping to win her hand in marriage. But Bala always gave the same answer: "My daughter is not a reward for wealth. She will marry the man her heart chooses." Though many left disappointed, they respected the father's decision. Just when peace seems to return, the sound of galloping horses echoed through the village. Children stopped playing. Traders abandoned their stalls. Even the birds flew from the trees. Everyone recognized those riders. They were the personal guards of Chief Kunda. And they never came without a reason. A heavy silence fell over the village as the horsemen stopped in front of Bala's compound. The commander stepped down from his horse. Without greeting anyone, he unrolled a royal scroll sealed with Chief Kunda's mark. Bala lowered his head. Deep inside, he already feared what was about to be said. The commander cleared his throat and began to read. By the order of Chief Kunda, the debt owed by Bala has remained unpaid. The time for repayment has expired. The words struck Bala like thunder. His legs became weak. Slowly, he fell to his knees. Amina rushed to his side. She held her father's shoulders as tears filled her eyes. She had never seen him so broken. The villagers watched in silence. No one knew how to ease the pain of a father who had run out of hope. Not far from the village, hidden beneath the shade of ancient trees, a man quietly worked with his hands. His name was Jabari. Though he could not see the beauty of the world, his hands created beauty that amazed the entire kingdom. Every piece of wood he touched became a masterpiece. Yet he lived a simple life, never asking for praise, never asking for riches. Back at Bala's home, the commander looked at the broken father with pity. Then he spoke once again. Chief Kunda has decided to show mercy. Hope returned to Bala's eyes, but only for a moment. There is one way your debt can be forgiven. The entire compound fell silent. Even Amina held her breath. The commander looked directly at Bala. Then he spoke the words no father ever wishes to hear. Chief Kunda has chosen a husband for your daughter. Bala's heart nearly stopped. His lips trembled. Who? He whispered. The commander answered without emotion. Jabari, the blind woodcarver. Amina stood frozen. Tears rolled silently down her face. She had dreamed to marry for love. Instead, her future was being decided by a debt she never created. But seeing her father's pain, she remained silent. The following morning, Bala and Amina made their way through the quiet forest. They wanted to meet the man whose name had turned their lives upside down. As they drew closer, they found Jabari peacefully repairing an old woman's broken stool. When she tried to pay him, he smiled gently and refused. Helping someone in need is reward enough, he said. For the first time, Amina looked at him with curiosity instead of fear. After the old woman left, Bala introduced himself. He explained everything: the failed harvest, the debt, Chief Kunda's cruel condition, and why they had come. Jabari stood quietly. After a long silence, he finally spoke. No woman should ever be forced into marriage. If Amina refuses, I will never force her. Bala looked at the blind woodcarver with new respect. The man before him was richer in character than many wealthy men he had known. As they walked home, neither Bala nor Amina spoke. They had expected to meet a bitter man. Instead, they had met a man of kindness, wisdom, and honor. That evening, Bala turned to Amina. The choice is yours. Tears filled Amina's eyes. She took a deep breath. Then she said, if my sacrifice will save our family, then I will marry Jabari. 2 days later, the kingdom gathered for the wedding. Some came to celebrate, others came only to witness the strange union. They whispered among themselves, unable to understand why the most beautiful maiden in the kingdom had agreed to marry a blind woodcarver. As Amina walked toward Jabari, her heart was filled with uncertainty. She believed she was giving up her dreams. Little did she know, destiny was about to reward her in a way she never imagined. Just as the wedding ceremony was about to begin, a royal horn echoed across the palace. Everyone immediately stood to their feet. King Adekon had arrived. The crowd bowed respectfully as the king walked toward the bride and groom. But instead of blessing the couple, he removed his royal crown. Then, to everyone's complete astonishment, the mighty king dropped to one knee before Jabari. A wave of shock swept across the palace. No one could believe what they were seeing. Chief Kunda stepped forward in confusion. Your Majesty, surely there has been a mistake. The king slowly rose to his feet. His eyes remained fixed on Jabari. Then he spoke. There is no mistake. Many years ago, I left this palace disguised as an ordinary traveler. On my journey through the forest, I was ambushed by ruthless bandits. My life would have ended that day if not for one brave man. The king turned toward Jabari. That man was Jabari. The entire palace fell silent. The king continued. Though he could not see, he heard my cries for help. Without thinking of his own safety, he rushed into danger. He fought to protect a stranger, never knowing that stranger was his king. During the struggle, Jabari lost his sight, yet he never asked for a reward. He simply returned to his simple life and never spoke of his sacrifice. Tears filled the king's eyes. He turned toward Chief Kunda. His voice thundered across the palace. A man who uses another family's suffering for his own gain is not worthy to lead my people. From this day forward, Chief Kunda is stripped of his title. Every piece of land taken from the poor shall be returned, and Bala's debt is cancelled forever. The palace erupted in joyous cheers. Bala fell to his knees, this time not in despair but in gratitude. Amina slowly turned toward Jabari. The fear she once carried had disappeared. In its place was respect, admiration, and a love she never expected to find. She finally understood that true greatness is not found in beauty, wealth, or power. It is found in a heart filled with kindness, courage, and sacrifice. And so, peace returned to the kingdom of Ilorinya. Jabari was no longer remembered as the blind woodcarver. He was remembered as the humble hero who saved a king. And Amina's story became a lesson passed from generation to generation. Never judge a person by appearance, because the greatest treasures are often hidden within the heart. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this story with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. Until our next African folk tale, may wisdom always guide your path.